probably just had a wash and wax, but look at this. Oh, look at that. Right in the door. Thanks for joining me again today. What I've got here is this nasty little dent in my car. Gave it a wash down yesterday and noticed that something's gone into it in a car park dent or something, but it's punched right through. It's gone through the paint and it's put a dink in there. It's got a couple of other little marks around here. I'm not going to respray the door. I'm going to try to PDR it. If I can get the dent out, I can just touch in the little chip. Happy with that. It's just that big dent. I want to get shut of that. So let's see if we can manipulate the metal and get the dent out. First we're going to do is whip the door panel off on the inside. We've got I think it's a TX20 bit and a couple of screwdrivers. First thing we've got to do is get rid of this plastic trim along here, and if we get into the edge of that with his fingers and just pull it back, just gently give it a wiggle and it will come away. Just work your way along. Bingo, there you go. And that's just like these little bolt clips pushed into the clips in the door. So that's that out of the way. Next we've got a couple of screws. We've got one in there, one in there, one in there, one in there, and one behind here. So we'll pull this off as well. We'll get rid of this get a screw behind that, just pop that up. There we go, that's that coming away. And we'll just work that away. Hey, it's alive. Right, so that's rid of that as well. So let's get these screws out. We've got the smaller one there, so let's just have a look, see what we've got. Yeah, there's your TX20 there. So we'll get the bit in the end of the screwdriver. Knock that one out of there. And that one there. All the same screws, and the other one is just in here. There we go, that's that one out. Alright, now what we're going to do is just work his way around the edge of the door. So let me just drop you down a little bit. We're just going to work his way around the edge of this door frame, just popping it out. Slide this bottom corner, get my fingers behind it. Just get a little screwy just to start it. We're starting the bottom just to put it in behind it, and then just lever it back just enough to get my fingers in there. Ooh, that first one's always a tight one, so I'm just going to work his way along now, just gently prising as we go, popping these clips off all the way around, Oh, that's a tight one up there. So it's just this one up here that's playing hard to get. Oh, that was tight. Must be another one somewhere. Oh, got another screw in there. Fool. Took all the screws out. There we go. Always makes it easy, doesn't it, when you take all the screws? Oh dear. Right, and then once we've got to this stage, we're just going to lift the panel up and it should slide off the top. So just put my knee underneath the panel there and just give it a little shoving up as I'm wiggling it. There we go, bingo. Right. Just get that screw out of there. That's that last one. Right. Now then, come around here. This is behind the door frame. So to completely get this off, we've just got to unplug a couple of bits. We've got the speaker there. So just unplug that. We've got the door latch here, so we just pull that down and then feed that around, and that's that one off. We've then got the electric window switch there, which again we just grab hold of, give it a little wiggle and pull that out. And then the last one is for the light on the bottom, and we just give that one a little pull out as well, and that's that one out. That's the whole lot away, and the panel's now free. Now the panel's off, I want to get behind this foam. It's horrible, it's horrible. So these, they do rip sometimes, you've got to be really gentle when you get them out. And also they've got some black mastic behind them so that you can get it on your fingers. I might just glove up for this bit. So we'll wrap the old marigold on, and then we'll just gently try and prise this gunk away without ripping the foam. The foam does rip really easy. If you're struggling, if it's cold, because the sun's on this and it's warmed it up nice, made it a bit pliable, if you're struggling, just put a bit of warm air, a hairdryer on it, just to warm it up slightly, and it will come away a bit easier. So as you peel that back, you can see the gunky, sticky. You need to try and save it, we don't want it to, if it rips, we'll end up getting wind noises coming through the panel. So we really want to be careful we don't rip it. I only need to get into this small compartment here to get me tool in. So I'm not going to go too mad. I'm not going to take too much of it away. Yeah, in fact that's it, that's enough. I don't think I need much more of that. If I go just a bit more, I might be able to just tuck it in there, just to keep it out of harm's way. Here's the electric window motor now, if you ever needed to change that, if that's why you're taking this panel off, you can get into the regulator. Right, there we go. That's that out of the way for now. Now I can concentrate on getting in here and working on that, on the dent. From this side there's not really a lot to see. The dent itself is just there, but like I say, you really struggle to see it. It's not very big, but let's have a go, see if we can get it out. So first thing I'll do is take my Sharpie and I'll just mark right on the tip of that dent inside the door where it is, so I know when I'm looking where I'm aiming for, because it is hard to see it. So if I just go in there and mark it. So the next thing to do is, what tools have we got? I've got 3 PDR rods, just with various ends on them. And all we're going to do is get one of these onto the end of it and just prise it back. I'll just get a little block of wood behind here, and then I can get the rod in and actually work off of that. Saves denting the back of the door. So let me see if I can just fasten a bit of wood in there, and then we'll give us something to work off. Just got a little block of wood there, just see if I can get that in now. Yeah, okay. That's gone in well, that has. So that's stuck in there. I might now be able to get off of this. Yeah, I can work off that now. Bro, right. Let's see how we get on. So you can see how difficult that is to see where that dent is there. So what I've got is this wavy line board with a sucker on the end of it. And if I just pop that onto the bodywork there, you can now actually see the difference it makes in the reflection. The aim of the board is that you've got to try and straighten the lines on the reflection. You can actually see that now in the, and it'll give us something to go on when we're trying to get it out. The only trouble with this board is it does keep falling off. The sucker's not very good. We keep putting it back on and it lasts about 5 minutes. So what we're wanting to do is get the tip of that rod onto the end of the dent and just slowly work it back, just gently. Don't go mad at it, you just go really gently. That's if your board don't fall off again. Oh man. So get this damn thing back on again as best we can, and you can see that we've made a little impression on that dent already. It doesn't look quite as bad, and that line's not as blurry as it was, it's not as distorted. So we'll keep working at it, we'll keep gently working that dent. We'll get our rod in there again. So just levering off that bit of wood onto the tip of that dent. Just gently, just keep tweaking it as we go. It's hard to see that reflector board. It's not easy because it's behind the door. So we'll put the brolly up. That's obviously going to help things keep that shadow down. And I'm trying now looking at the camera, actually, the screen of the camera that you can see there while I'm trying to tweak this door. It's not easy to see it. It is pretty tricky, but a little bit at a time, really gently. Just get it on the tip and just gently tweak it. It's awkward, it's fiddly. And see, I'm only just giving it a little prise, just a little press, and there goes the mirror board again. Oh my god. I'm not giving up though, I'm just going for it. Look, I'm just give it a little bit more. A few more tweaks. Yeah, it's coming out, look. It's made a difference already. If I keep this to stop falling off the thingy, I don't want it. You can see though now, that line is almost straight, so we're getting there. And you can see the reflection on the door. Every time I just put a bit of weight on the lever, you can see the door skin flexing in the top right hand corner. Just keeps flexing and just keeps easing that dent out as we're going. That's almost straight. Look, them lines now are not as they were really distorted. Then look, we've nearly got them straight. So we're not far off. Just keep on working it. To be fair, I'm slightly missing the spot there. I should be going a little bit nearer to the hinge, but I'm just slightly shy of that. It's amazing how you can actually see that through the metal of the door skin. It's a lot smaller now. Just need to just get it back just a tad more. So I'm going at it again. I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a tweak. Now you have got to be careful because you can go too far on this. Not that it's majorly bad because you can tap it back with the little tapper. Just going to the one with the smaller tip on it, just to try and get in on that last bit there. And I'm almost happy with this. I really don't want to go too far. I don't want to go too mad. As you can see, those lines are almost perfectly straight now. I'm just wanted a little bit more of the centre out of the dent, but I don't want to go too mad. I'm just working it gently, really gently. I don't know if I can get that out anymore without distorting the door too much, because I'm going to pop a little bit of paint on the top of that. So I think that might be enough because it's going to give the paint something just to sit in. So I think at that, I'm happy. And that little mark where I've been working inside the door there as well, I can just put a bit of touch up on that as well and stop that from going rusty. So all in all, just by getting the rods in there, getting up onto that, the little dent, and just working it gently, just against the tip, with the tip of that, just gently pushing it, gently, it's just manipulated that metal back out again. Almost perfect. I don't want to go too far. If you can tap it back using the tapper. If the paint hadn't got that chip in it, I'd go a bit further and then just tap it back with the little tap. I've got to do just a tiny little bit with this, but then I'm going to put that touch up in there. So I don't want it to be, if it was almost level, then I'd have a lump sticking out. Once I put the paint on, I can now get that paint in there and just flat it back a little bit, and it should look okay. So let's get me a bit of wood out. Let's have that bit of wood away from there. Get that out the door, we don't want that anymore. I'll put a bit of paint on that just so it doesn't go rusty. Right, so I've got my good old grime wipes. I've got a tin of paint. This is almost a perfect match. It's not off of this car, but it's not close. It's not too far away. So I'll just pop the lid off that. Got a little brush. I'll just get a little bit of this paint on there. I'll show you. So it's nice. And I'll just touch that straight in there onto that where I've made a mark on it. That's that one done. That's not looking rusty. And then I should just touch that other side in as well while we're at it. So here's this little dent. I just need to take that little, there's a little high spot there. I'll just tap that back there a little bit. If you were struggling and the door was cold, if it was a really cold day, you just warm the door up slightly and it would work a lot easier. Make that metal just that bit easier to bend. It's a lovely sunny day, so we're alright. You could use either a hot air blower or a infrared heater or something along those lines just to warm the metal. Yeah, that looks almost perfect. So let's just touch a little bit of paint on that. Don't want much on here, only a little bit. Got them other little chips there, just give them a little. Yeah, that'll do for me. Then we'll whack the lid back on as paint tin. Get the grime wipe, clean the brush. Like I say, this stuff's brilliant. I've used them in many of my videos, but even that like car paint, just to clean the brush up. That brush is spotless now, and then I'll just get another one out, try and get this this is that tar off that door frame. Look, get that off your hands, because it's horrible stuff. Shifts almost anything, they're brilliant. There we go. Don't leave home without them. I'll put links in the description to the bits and bobs I've used, the PDR tools. Right, let's get this door panel back in again. Get rid of the torch. We'll have this back round again without destroying it. If you just unpeel it from where it's stuck to itself. And then we'll have that back in position. And that'll just re-stick itself to the door where it needs to be. Fantastic. Right, let's get this door panel back on again. And now we can reconnect all his cables and things. So we'll start off with that one. Get that over the hook first and then pull it down and get it back in its little clip there. We've got the one at the bottom for the light. So we'll reconnect that one back in there. A little bit fiddler. That's the light one in. And we've got his window switch to go in there. That's that one in. And then we've got this speaker wire at the top. That there should clip into that there like that, keep that out of the way. And then there's a little speaker wire back in there. We'll get this little, like that through the top of the for the top of the door thing. Line this up and then pop it back on again. Just bashing it all the way around so they're all in. Feels good. Super. And we can go through screws. Last but not least, that one there, and we can have his door handle back on there. Just press that back in place. And then we've got this metal trim, well, this plastic trim that looks like metal. Get it the right way around, that was a good start. And then we just line those up. Push that back in as well. Job's a good one. So that's the panel all back on. Let's give it a quick wipe down. The old Grimex wipes, brilliant for getting the grease off around your latches and stuff. They're a fantastic bit of kit. So interior panels and everything, Get rid of all them grubby fingerprints if you've left some on here. And if you've ever had water ingress coming in from down your seals, chances are it's because of this one at the top here, and it's got some algae and grime on it, and it just stops it sealing. So if you get these in there and absolutely scrub it down, they lift this off really, really easy, because it is a bit it's a bit hard to get off sometimes. There we go, good as new. And all this in the door shuts, you say, where it leaks through the gap, comes down the seal, hits that algae where it's not sealing quite right, and then gets in behind your door trim. I think it always makes a difference when these door shuts are nice and clean. Just top finishing touch. It's a bit that gets overlooked, isn't it? But when they're all clean and shiny, looks $1 million. Bingo. Just a tad more, bit more paint on that. That really does look good now. You'd have to really be looking hard to pick that out now. So there you go, not a bad result that, and we've got and what we've used is this PDR set. This is only a cheap one, it's literally an Amazon special. You know, it's nothing expensive. I'll put links in the description, also to the grime wipes, the tools, the screwdrivers. So yeah, I hope that's been of use to you. You can see we've saved having to have the whole door repainted and filled and all the rest of it. It's not 100%, but it doesn't catch your eye anymore, and that's all I was after. So really pleased with that result. If it's been of use, drop me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. As always, love your comments, so let me know what you think, if you'd be happy with that, or if you'd want to take it down the body shop and spend a few £100. But I'm really pleased with that result, and this is what it looked like before. Really noticeable, so really pleased. Great job.